an annual event that we do where we'll bring young people from the media, private sector companies to come and work with government to build houses for special beneficiaries. This year, the minister decided that this media build will focus on military veterans as a start for what was committed in our budget speech, that we seek to make sure that all military veterans have decent shelter in the coming 3 years. So you are all welcome. Our program is very short. How we are going to proceed, we will have the MMC welcoming us. From there, we are going to ask the sponsors for 2 minutes to just come and greet us and indicate their commitment to this media build. Many of them, Minister, have already told us that they are going with us to all the provinces. So in all the provinces where we are going to build 3 houses for the oldest military veterans in that province, they say they are going with us. So we'll ask them to just come, say a few words.
Dumelang. Mine is very short. Thank you very much, Program Director. Mine is very short, that of welcoming yourself, the Minister, the Deputy Minister, MEC, Yoreberekanglene Mo Gauteng, business people, ward councillor, residents, military veteran. Ka nnete nna ke thabela fela gore le be le dumetse o berekisana le rona. You have accepted and agreed that government and yourself, hand in hand, you will work as one. You are welcome in the city of Johannesburg. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister, Deputy Minister, MEC, MMC, and guests. We as Calgro are very honored to be part of this program, especially with the military veterans in Vlerhof. We believe it's a fantastic project, and we're also willing to and very keen to participate in future projects as well on the same basis. Just a bit of background on Vlerhof. Vlerhof consists out of 10,000 units, comprising of B&G units, GAP units, excuse me, FLISP units, social housing units, and affordable housing units. Project is, we've completed 4,000 units, and we've still got 6,000 units to go. What else? The minister put us a little bit under pressure with a very short space of time to build these units, but I believe that they finished and they're ready for handover. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the opportunity. We are absolutely delighted to be here today for this handing over ceremony. These veterans have done so much for this country and sacrificed so much, and it is an absolute pleasure to be able to be in a position to make a small contribution to make their lives more comfortable in their time of need. So we applaud the department for inviting us to participate in this public-private partnership. Thank you very much, and I look forward to the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
We blessed to be part of this milestone, 20 years of democracy, breaking new ground. It's actually a legacy for private companies to actually be part and partner with government. We can no longer fold our arms and wonder what's happening. We are together in this journey. This is our country, and we need to fold our arms and do our best for our people, most especially the vulnerable and the disadvantaged. I wish you, Bomama, Nabo Baba, you enjoy these gifts, you cherish them. We've worked very hard to be where we are, but we are proud that you'll be having a place to call home, and that is the best gift one can give. In my young life, I thank God that I'm part of this revolution in my own country. Thank you very much, and I wish you well. God bless.
So now we, the military veterans and SANVA, we come a long way with the minister. He's a veteran himself. So he's preparing a hope also that one day will build a house somewhere around here. So the minister, the deputy minister, we thank you very much for you today, for showing us, for bringing out the military veterans and giving that honor for the military veteran and our elders, that they should have houses. They should have a shelter today that can be proud of. And the military veterans will cherish that, because we hear that it's going all over the province, all the provinces. So, Mr. MC and the Minister, we say thank you very much. That's Sanva.
We stand here as the Department of Military Veterans absolutely honored for an occasion such as this year. That in your lifetime, you will experience the blessing of God through such a process, that you can receive a home. And as the word of God says, Ube ushiela bantwana ilifa. So here's an opportunity for that to happen. And we just say to all the role players, FNB, how can we help you? Calgro M3, everybody who's come together to make this difference in the lives of the military veterans, we salute you and we say thank you, and God bless you and enrich you as we walk together to the rest of the provinces. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. We at Sunflower, we are very grateful for the contribution that we have played to the media bills for our military veteran, and we are also grateful of the contribution that they have played, of their bravery of these young men and women. We wish that they'll enjoy their stay here. We wish that everything that has been given to them, it will be well looked after. Thank you very much and enjoy your stay here. Thank you.
I'd like to thank and start off by thanking our sponsors for the wonderful gesture of giving us the opportunity to be able to give to people who are so close and dear to us, the military veterans, the gift that we're going to give them very shortly. I'd like to say to FNB, may you never tire of putting up your hand first. And what it does is wherever we go, we know that we have a very strong partnership with FNB. Thank you very much. Calgro, Mabaya has what are you called? MC has already indicated that the first time I met Calgro, they'd come to tell me about this project, how far they had gone with the project of Vleerhof, which we started in 2007. And I was very interested because it was in my time that we conceptualized this, and that indicated it would be good for me to come and see it. And as we were discussing, I asked them casually if they would not consider having a military veterans estate within the whole Vleerhof estate, so that we complete the integration. And they did not hesitate. In fact, it wasn't even 5 minutes. I looked straight at them and they immediately said, yes, Minister, yes, Minister. And I wondered why I didn't go further than that, but I stopped just there. Thank you very much for taking that on and believing in us. I'd like to thank the Deputy Minister who has been behind the Memorandum of Understanding that we signed with the Department of Military Veterans to make sure that today we are able to have these houses on the ground. Because as you know, this is a joint venture between us, ourselves, who build the houses, who have done the policy that has been standing since 2008, and the military veterans who approve the allocation of the houses, because the military veterans falls under their auspices. And we would like to thank the MEC for making sure that all has been under control, and the MMC who has been here on a very regular basis. I thought I would need to introduce him because the last time he was here, he was wearing overalls, and you might have thought that he's part of the workers here. MMC, please stand up so that they know who to throw. This is the gentleman. This is the gentleman who owns this place. And he's also got some visitors waiting for him down there. They thought that he needed a reception team around him. So when we're done with him, he's going to go and address the team over there and make sure that they are also covered. I'd like to thank Sunflower for the gift that they have given us, and we've learned too that it is possible to do things better from the way that they've structured the solar system. They were with us in the Indaba and they put up an exhibition there. And Plascon, there's a gentleman here who came together with Plascon. And I didn't understand the familiarity with which he was saying, Lindy, no, do it this way. Lindy, no, do it this way. Good Lindy, until he told me that his daughter is also called Lindy. And so for a while he was able to conflate the two, and he was very proud of his work at the end of it. And I'm now a qualified painter. I can actually paint a house. I'd like to say thank you very much to Plascon for the pleasure of this qualification that I've now had from painting house number 1, which belongs to one of our veterans here. I'd like to pay a special tribute to our veterans and their families, that they took time to come and wait for us here so that finally we're able to give them the houses that they deserve. DDG, you might be meeting them for the first time, but we met one of them the first time that we were here, and it was a very touching experience, because when we indicated to her that that would be her house, she was extremely grateful. She expressed her gratitude to government, and then she went on to say something that is just so magnanimous and so indicative of the spirit of the struggle. She said, but I can't live here alone. I mean, I need my comrades around me so that I feel a spirit of community. And we said to her, don't worry, Mama. We're going to bring all your comrades around you so that you feel at home, so that you're not isolated. You know that you're back home. This is what you fought for. And we made sure today that we have 3 other families who are coming to join her and who are going to form part of that community. We indicated to them that because of their advanced age and because we want to give them the best, because they gave us the best of their lives. Next to their houses, we'll be building a frail care center, and we're still looking for a sponsor, and I can see military veterans shaking their head vigorously. Thank you very much, military veterans. Your offer is accepted. So the frail care center will then be donated to us by the military veterans, and next to that we will have a community center where the recipients of our military veterans will be able to come together and play. What do older people play? Polo? No. Polo, bowling, and there's also this card game. Anyway, so where they can all come together, listen to music, converse, and be looked after. And I did see EAAB shaking their head vigorously. Thank you very much for that offer. The community center, therefore, will be donated to us by the Estate Agency Board. Thanks for that. In all, the Gauteng has given us 135 houses which we will be able to build here, and has allocated 135 houses. 35 of these will be for military veterans, and therefore the message we're sending to all our military veterans is your time has come, long overdue, and we're terribly sorry it took us so long to get here, but we're here now, and we will be making sure that you're properly housed, you're properly looked after, and we're able as a country to say to you, we are very grateful for the work that you have done. I'd like briefly to introduce some of the people who will be getting the houses today, but I'd like to start with a very special woman who is here. I left the country at the age of 22, just after I had been in solitary confinement. I probably weighed more than 35 to 40 kilograms, looked more like I'd just been brought up in some starving country, and was sent straight to Tanzania to be looked after by this wonderful woman called Mom Edith, who was a nurse. She still is a nurse, and she is here today, and I hope that she will be in the next batch of people who are getting houses. And for that house, I myself will donate the entire furniture that will go in there. Mom Edith went into exile with her husband. Her husband, called Bibi, was one of the commanders of one of the Sipolilo wars that we fought together with the people who fought in Rhodesia. And she looks the same as she did when I met her some many years ago. If I tell you how many years ago, then you'll guess my age, and that's not allowed. So that many years ago. And she really did a wonderful job of looking after an extremely traumatized person that I was. And by the time I left Tanzania and went for my military training, I was a sane and sober person thanks to her. Mama, would you like to stand up so that I can say thank you in public to you? It really was such a pleasant surprise for me to find you here. And I'm hoping that I will be here to actually give you the key to your house when you come to live with us. Now we have for today 3 beneficiaries of the houses. The first one, you will have met her. Her name is Notawa Edith Lubemba. Mama Lubemba was here the last time, and she took a look around at her house. I just want to give you a bit of her history. Mrs. Lubemba has 6 children who have passed on, and were all part of the struggle. She left the country in 1971 with the kids and served in Lusaka and Tanzania operations. She says it was tough during the apartheid days, as she was continuously intimidated and harassed by the police at the border gates, such as Marabatlang. I think it's the one to Ramataba. Well, anyway, I think the Department of Military Veterans will have to acquaint themselves with with this terminology. She frequently came to South Africa, and she was used to come through and sneak in for some operations until 1996. Then she settled back. So there she was, used as an operative until that particular time. She's currently staying in a 3-bedroomed house. It is her daughter's house. She lives in Yeoville, and she stays here with her children and her grandchildren, and there are 12 in the household. And all her kids, except one, are unemployed. And the one who is employed by the state. I'm glad about that. She says the environment in Yeoville is not safe for her, and she has experienced daylight robbery there. And when she came here, she was saying, now I'm in my house. Now I can wake up at a time that is convenient for me. I can sleep at a time that is convenient for me. And I don't want to feel a burden to my children. They have had to bear so much. Now it is their time to live their lives, and I will be able to free them of the house where I lived with them. Mama, today we will be taking you to your house, and again we would like to say thank you for all the support that you have given us. She comes here with her children. You will soon meet them. We would like to say thank you so much for looking after Mama for us. We should have taken this burden off your shoulders, but we have now. And she is looking so much better than she did the last time, because she knows that her future is bright. Then we have with us here a military veteran who is called Ombi Kasela, Kidi Ombi Kasela. As soon as he saw me, he says, no, Max will know me, meaning my bigger brother. And you, if you don't know me, that's your business. He did his training out in the then Soviet Union, which is now called Russia. And she did training in chemical warfare, which hopefully was never used on South Africans. Nonetheless, he is a trained soldier, and he operated in the Vaal, and he was part of our military veterans. And Mr. Kasela joined the struggle in 1962, and he looks very young for that. He has a 24-year-old daughter who is here with him and looked after him, and he has 1 grandchild. And the family stayed in several areas, which include, amongst others, a shack and a garage room. Now that is not a lovely story to tell. Today, Comrade Gasela, we will give you your house, fully furnished. We're extremely grateful for the time that you spent with us, and we're sorry for the time you spent in our shacks. Our democracy has unfolded over a period of time. It's taken a long time, but you're here. We will look after you. The next one is not here with us now. Most of you will know of the name of Moses Kotane. Moses Kotane is a big name. He was the Secretary General of the Communist Party. He played a very pivotal role in the struggle. In fact, legend has it that until he had signed off on most of the operations and agreed on most of the things that needed to be done, nothing was done. And I'm told that the reason for this is because throughout the struggle, the ANC was supported financially by the Communist Party. And I'm sure it was not Moses Kotane himself, but he knew the power of the purse, and he exercised it. He exercised it very effectively. He became part of the military command at the point at which military Mkhonto weSizwe was formed, and he went into exile. He was one of those who left with Oliver Tambo to go into exile and establish the ANC in exile. And he spent most of his time in exile making sure that those who came after him have got homes to live in, have got training camps to train in, and are able to come home. Unfortunately, he died in the Soviet Union, and he was not able to come back with us. But what happened is the Soviet Union so enjoyed the relationship that they had with the ANC, with the Communist Party of South Africa, and especially with him, that they gave him a hero's burial in the Soviet Union. He is buried today in Russia, and I am informed that might not be his last resting place. And today we would like to give Mama Kotane, who is 102 years old, a home. These are heartrending stories, but these are people who our children should know, grow up knowing just how much we fought for this country to be what it is. And so much is taken for granted by our people. Government owes me this, government owes me this. Mrs. Kotane never took for granted that we owe her anything. She gave everything she had to us. She gave us her children. Most of her children are in the struggle. She has come here represented by her family because she couldn't make it here. And I'd like her oldest daughter, please, to stand up so that we acknowledge her. When you get back home to Mama, tell her we love her very much. We love her for everything she represents in us, for us. We love her for looking after us. We love her for the fact that she has lived so long for us, to give us the opportunity to say thank you to her while she lived. Ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I now want to invite you to go and view the houses that we are going to give to our military veterans. There is one younger military veteran who will be part of the 35 that we will be giving houses to, and he will be back with us, making sure that he builds his house, making sure that he is able to live in a house that he has contributed to, because he's only 60 years old. Please, would you like to stand up? Oh yeah, he says he's a military veteran, so he deserves a house. And I'm challenging him. If I could paint the house, he has to come and plaster his house and paint his house and put a roof over his own house. So he's one of the other comrades who will be here. And thank you for being here. And therefore, to the MEC, could you please convey our sincerest gratitude to the mayor for making sure that we have the park? And could you please convey our sincerest gratitude to Johannesburg Water for making sure that there is water for our military veterans. We will continue on this until all 35 houses are built. We count on the community of Vleerhof to come forward to assist us, and especially the young people. We need you to give back what these people have given you. If you could, from time to time, come on a Sunday to visit the elderly people, see what it is that they need, we would be most grateful. And we will be able to remunerate you for whatever services you provide to our people. Thank you very much to everybody who is here.
Thank you, Minister.
To say thank you very, very much to the Minister for choosing Fleurhof for this, really, really magic occasion. We're really gratified by that, and you can see you've chosen the right partner. I can say Calgro M3 have really, whatever we've asked them, wherever we've needed assistance to help get the community involved, to help create jobs, they've been 100% behind us. So I just want to say thank you to Calgro, and thank you to all the other partners that have partnered with this whole thing. I think it's amazing what we've been able to accomplish in such a short time. And I wanted to know if I could have 3 seconds for advertorial. I really want you to get involved with our Freedom Walk connecting Soweto with the cradle of humankind. And we'll really make this a very, very special place. Thank you.
From the DMV Minister, we also have the boss responsible for the health of our military veterans. She must stand up so that the minister must know her, so that when they are not well, we know she must take responsibility for it. She is responsible for the health of our military veterans. Thank you very much. She said to us, Minister, she's coming to see here so that she knows where her military veterans are. She can stay here. Yes, Minister. In conclusion, I must say this. When I finish this, we can all leave. Minister, because we thought this event will take an hour from 10 to 11 o'clock, we only then catered for 50 people. So when it arrived at about 12:30, we had to make a decision who must eat. And all the young people agreed that only the elders must eat. Thank you, Minister.
La cala si tiare ke morwa Rebecca le tsiko ga kotana nka re ka ministera ke mokuku ka ntwe ba nke tsheditseng yone ka le boga ga mana ke mpho e ne ke sa le ba go la tsatsi le mo ka Asia ka ke be ke tshetse mpho e mantleng ya ntlo.